Hi. So I think it's day 48 post-op for my extended tummy tuck. It's been about a week since I last posted, but there isn't huge amounts to tell you, so it'll probably be weekly from now on. So what have I done since the last post? So obviously I took the tape off. I think that was the last time I posted. And that's been off since. Still been really itchy, skin's still a little bit dry, but it's not as bad as it was in the first few days, so that's good. Scar wise is looking fine. It's still a deep sort of purpley red colour, which is all normal. However, I've found there's a few like odd lumps and bumps, and some of the scar is thicker, some of the scar is just flat already. There's no like, it doesn't feel like anything underneath. Some bits are more thick, so it's a bit more like twine almost, like you can just feel it. And then there's one section, there's a few bits of lumps and bumps. There's one section that feels like there's a marble underneath my skin, full round marble, like I can do that and feel it. I'm presuming it's normal. Obviously I see my surgeon on Wednesday, today's Saturday, so I see my surgeon in like 4 days. So I will get him to have a feel and just check that that's okay. Is that weird bit of hair sticking out? There we go. Yes, I'm going to get him to have a look, but I'm thinking it's okay. So, it's not sore, my scar, but my stomach muscles and around my belly button area is still quite tender. So, my jeans from beforehand are fitting great, but I still can't wear them. I just can't. I don't like the pressure of the waistband. So, I don't know how long it's going to be before I can put a pair of jeans on again. It's driving me insane. Yeah, so I'm still in my loose, oh God, what have I got to say? Like, loose, crazy, like, look at the like Aladdin pants, but I'm comfy, so. Also, the last few nights, I'd say last 3 or 4 nights, I haven't worn my binder to bed, or in the evening really. I've just put like my pyjamas on and then taken it off, like, or had a shower and then just left it off. Because it's so warm at the moment and it just gets sweaty, and I've hand washed it, but it's never gonna make it really, really fresh. So it's nice to just take it off. Plus it is so worn now, like the Velcro is just wearing out. There's like starting to become holes in the bit that it attaches to, because the Velcro's come on and off for like 6 weeks. So it's just a mess. I'm presuming when I see my surgeon next week, he's probably going to say that's enough of that anyway. So yes, I've been taking it off to sleep and it's been so much comfier. And also me having it off for a few hours at a time seems to have helped when I do. So when I do take it off, if I've had it off for like 5 minutes, say last week, I feel like my posture's a bit strange, my back's a bit sore, and it just doesn't feel comfortable. And I look forward to putting it back on. And once I put it back on, I feel really comfy. Because I've had it off for the last few days, I've noticed that then when I get up in the morning, instead of putting it straight on, I've got to make the kids breakfast and I still haven't got it on. And because I've been doing that the last few days, I think it's made my stomach muscles get used to it not being on. So it feels a lot better without it. So this morning when I woke up, threw on some clothes and I had to pop into town, just to 2 shops, just to grab some birthday presents. And I thought, I'm not going to put it on. And we've got like a family sort of birthday party later. And I don't want to put it on. I feel like I can dress a bit easier because I haven't got the silly binder underneath. And also I don't feel like I need it on today. I feel fine. I'm 6.5 weeks post-op, so I sort of think it's probably about time that I don't need to wear it. So I went to town as a little test and I got back and was great. Like, didn't even notice that it wasn't on, was walking about fine. So I think I'm going to leave it off. I'm going to take it down with me. It's about an hour away, this place. So I'm going to take it in a bag just in case I start to get backache or just don't feel great. Sorry, I've got hiccups. And I'll pop it back on. But other than that, I'm going to leave it off and see how I get on. I'm also going to see if the swelling is any different with it off. Obviously, if the swelling's really bad after, then I'll put it back on. But I think at this point I'm probably okay. So yeah, so that's it. So I've been laying 100% laying on my side, very barely on my back now. And last night I had a little bit of sleep on my front, completely on my front, tummy down, head to the side, and it was so comfortable. I just can't imagine, like, can't explain, because that's how I love to sleep. So I think that's better as well. So actually, I think this week I feel a lot more normal. I still am swelling in the evening, but it's not painful. But I actually think that potentially when I was really swelling, it was because I was wearing those Spanx and they're really tight. I'm thinking the tighter stuff that I'm wearing was just making me worse. So, like, obviously I've been at work all week and I've been doing the school runs, and, you know, so I've been sat at my desk a lot, but I've also been back and forth from schools and, you know, doing general stuff with the kids. But I've constantly been wearing, all my trousers have been size 14s, and they're all like elasticated waist. So I've got things like this that are like trackies. I've got some linen trousers that are quite loose around my hips. I've worn nothing that's tight and restrictive like I had been previously, and funnily enough, not been swelling as much. So I'm wondering whether it's just because I was having maybe my clothes were too tight and I just needed to, you know, wear looser stuff. Diet wise, started back on the 5-2 on Monday, and so fasted on the Monday and the Thursday and lost £3 this week, well, just under £3 this week, so well happy with that. So I'm hoping as I carry on with that, I will start to feel a bit better, because my stomach still feels, I still think is like podgy looking. So even though it is better, to me it's just weird bits. I'm going to give you a little look now. So because I haven't got my binder on, pull all this up, just try and get it properly in the light. So there we go, there's my scar, which is definitely higher than, the light's not very good, let me pull the curtain, that's a bit better. So my scar is a lot higher than I was expecting it to be. It's all still very numb around here. So yeah, my sort of knickers finished there, and I did think it would be more along this line. You can see. So yeah, very dark. And here is where I feel the pea or marble, just underneath. It's very odd. Belly button's looking okay. So yeah, so this is me from the side. Lighting's rubbish. So it is flat, but it's also, just seeing if I turn, if it makes a difference with the lighting. Let me do it like that. Yeah, so here it's just very podgy. So I'm hoping a bit of weight loss will help that. And here obviously I can still grab. Down here it's really tight and there's like, you can't really grab anything, but up here is still quite grabbable. So I'm hoping a bit of weight loss might help that a little bit. And then when I sit, this is my issue, is that when I sit down, this light, I don't know where the light's coming from. There we go. Yeah, when I sit down, obviously this bit is still quite loose, but it was so stretch marky that I don't know whether that's part of it. And there's like a divot here, not quite sure what that is, but yeah. And then the sides as well, like, so I've got quite, it's this I'm concerned about. If this is just this is very similar to how it was before I had the op, and obviously the scar goes all the way around to there, right the way around. So I wasn't expecting this, and I wouldn't say I've put on weight since particularly, so I'm not quite sure whether enough skin's been taken off there. I don't know. This is what I've got to talk to my surgeon about. It's just waiting for everything to settle down. So yeah, my hips, I still feel my hips are quite big, but like I said, I'm dieting, hopefully lose a few pounds, and I see if that makes an improvement at all. Obviously it still looks better than it did, but I still have days where I just think to myself, it's not as good as I thought it would be. Some days are great, some days aren't. So I still feel as big as I did before, but I'm wearing different clothes. My other half said it's because you hid it so well before, and I think he's right. I still look around the same size. I actually am smaller, but because I hid it so well before, it just doesn't look any different, I don't think. It's a strange one. I'm trying to wear more smaller size tops because all my big tops, like my shirts and stuff, are huge, and then they hang down. It makes me look bigger than what I actually am. So I'm trying to wear smaller size tops, but not too tight, because then you see my big hips. It's so hard. It's really hard to dress at the moment. I feel like I'm forever buying like loads of like different tops and stuff, and I'm never quite happy. What I did do, however, was measure myself today, yesterday or the day before. Now, I've always kept a note of my measurements and my weight from where I've like dieted and stuff in the past. And interestingly, the weight that I am now, I flicked back through my notes to find when I was this weight before, and it was in January 2015, because I'm quite heavy at the moment. And when I looked at the measurements for both, my tummy was something like 114 centimetres, whereas now it's 105, and something like my hips were like 112, and now they're like 104. So basically, at this weight, a year and a half ago, my stomach and my hips were so much bigger than what they are now. So I'm thinking that's a pretty good sign, is that at the same weight, those measurements are so much smaller. So if I can get down to like, if I can lose like, I don't know, 10-15 pounds, my stomach should remain being that small, and that was always the issue before. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. But definitely feeling more normal, definitely doing a lot more stuff, thinking about my stomach a lot less. But yeah, by no means done yet. Still got lots to come, I imagine. So yeah, when I see my surgeon on Wednesday, I'm going to ask him about the pea-sized lump, ask him about how much I need to wear my binder, ask him about my fatty hips. Yeah, ask some questions. So I'll probably update you actually on Wednesday after I've had my appointment with him. So that's all for now. See you later. Bye.